Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And I wanted to make you aware of something very cool that we're doing on a subscription basis, and we'll put a link in each one of our episodes. But every Wednesday, we're going to be doing what we call an audio podcast workshop. That workshop will be roughly about 14 to maybe 20 minutes per episode, with each month having a theme from a coaching model, using feedback strategically, to coaching self-awareness, and so on. So if you could, look in the body or in the content description of each episode, and you will see a link where you can join this subscription. These are literally 4 workshops every month, teaching specific strategies to address a particular area of workplace coaching, as it relates, again, to things like awareness, motivation, teamwork, and what have you. Here's the cool thing. It's only $10 per month, and each month you will get a handout that we will follow along with. So we also give you a tool for you to take notes as we go through each episode. We hope you'll check it out.
One of the most fundamental and foundational things that we do when we coach is we coach people to become more self-aware. Now, let's start off with a little bit of humor. When was the last time an employee walked into your office and said, "Boss, I got to tell you something. I'm clueless. I'm stagnant. I need some uncomfortable change to get me out of my comfort zone"? Now, I bet you're laughing right now. But coaching is all about self-awareness. And at Progress Coaching, we define coaching in 2 fundamental steps. 1, it's getting people to look in the mirror. 2, it's getting them to take action on number 1. Very few people do number 1 arbitrarily on their own. So it begs the question, how do we get people to become more self-aware? Now, there are multiple strategies. Let me give you one. This is called third-party questioning. You use a third-party element. See, self-awareness is usually masked in insecurity, a lack of self-honesty, for lack of a better description. But the fact of the matter is most people are not self-aware. So the reason you use a third-party question is you have the third party serve as a distraction so they can lower their defenses and ultimately be honest with themselves so they can increase their self-awareness. Let me give you an example. Let's say we have someone who's very argumentative, very interruptive. They're not a great team player. And wouldn't it be great just to look at that person and tell them to cut it out, and it actually worked? A third-party question would work as follows. Tom, hypothetically, if your best friend were here right now and he or she were to describe honestly how you acted in that meeting, what do you think he or she would say? Now, what immediately happens is they go to this third party. They're not thinking about why they should answer the question because it's such an off-the-wall question. I also inserted the word hypothetical, which gives them a false sense of security. Well, I'm not really answering this question. So when you have someone who are really resistant, not self-aware, use a third-party question. Let me give you another rough example. One of the phrases that can be used, which is really obnoxious, but it works, is to say, you know, Tom, if the fairy godmother came out of the sky in a bright pink dress and told you that you were distancing yourself from your teammates due to how you acted in that meeting, honestly, what would you say to her? And what would you say to yourself? Now, the first image is what? This person in this bright pink dress. But it serves as a distraction and can start a conversation of awareness. Now, with that being said, the last thing you want to do is say, "Gotcha, Tom, I knew you knew this." What you really want to do is have a thoughtful conversation going forward, such as, "Tom, thanks for sharing that with me. And I think we have an opportunity." You get the idea. Use third-party questions. It will serve you well.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.